Welcome to The Nooner, a daily dispatch of open-ended ideas from J.E. Peterson, but you can call me Jordan. For best results, head over to Substack, where you can sign up to get the Dispatch's Weekly Digest, which includes some extras that I don't share anywhere else. You can find a link to that in the description of this episode. Alright, here's today. The internet is a toxic ocean. Time to build a new one. Because YouTube's algorithm is pretty good, I got served a Drew Gooden video the other day called AI is Ruining the Internet, and watched it all the way through. First off, highly recommended. Drew's a talented writer, editor, and performer. A great YouTuber, in other words. He's been doing it for 8 years, and it shows. Anyway, what he had to say was not necessarily fresh or unexpected, but it was immensely compelling. So much so that, with righteous fingers burning, I took to the keyboard. First things first, he's completely right. The version of the internet most of us have become familiar with, the version that spawned social media and content farming and news streams and e-commerce, that version is being flooded and destroyed by AI. I won't try to make the case better than he did, so if you're not convinced, go watch the video. The more interesting question, in light of this roiling disaster, is, what are we going to do about it? The answer is human curation, and we already see it happening. Here's how it goes. Either you're satisfied with the unending tidal wave of AI garbage, or you're not. And if you're not, you're going to look for alternatives. In other words, you will become part of the market's appetite for solutions to the problem of AI pollution. Some solutions already exist. Platforms like Substack, for instance, are reasonably immune. If anyone tries to generate a successful Substack publication with AI, that AI is going to have to be good enough to convince people to actually subscribe to it, and pay for it. And if the AI content is good enough to convince people to do that, then great. That means it's actually valuable. But I doubt very much whether there will be a lot of that going on. Substack and platforms like it are islands in a sea of algorithmically generated and curated content. As it becomes increasingly horrible to swim in the sea, more people will escape to the islands and build bridges between them to completely avoid the toxic waters below. I mentioned that some AI content might be good enough to convince people to pay for it, but there will also be an increasingly large percentage of people who refuse to engage with or pay for any AI-generated content at all, no matter the quality. Let's call them, humanists? And these radical humanists are already building and relying on networks of trust. In those networks, if someone is caught pumping AI-generated content into the system, no matter how good it is, they'll get kicked off the island, so to speak. The curation internet is the true Web3, and it only has anything to do with blockchains insofar as they are useful tools for the humanists who make and manage the trust networks. By polluting the ocean, AI is simply accelerating the ascendancy of these networks, sort of the way a body's immune system doesn't kick online until an infection reaches a critical threshold. We've known for a long time that the internet was sick with the proliferation of garbage content relentlessly incentivized by the attention economy. Who would have thought that all we needed to start healing was to get sicker? If you liked today's episode, I hope you'll share it with someone. No, I'm not asking you to spam your socials. I mean, obviously you can if you want to, but everyone knows a thoughtful, well-timed message can make all the difference in someone's day. So if the spirit moves, send a text. And if you haven't yet, head over to The Nooner on Substack to get access to the Dispatch's Weekly Digest, including stuff like music recommendations, TMI updates from my personal life, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing I like you more than other people. Okay, that's it for today. See you at noon tomorrow.